I'm going to be making macaroni and cheese today. The recipe calls for 1 pound of cooked macaroni, a 1/4 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of flour, 2 cups of milk, 2 cups of cheese, and salt and pepper. So first I'm going to start by boiling the water. So now I'm turning the stove on high so that the water boils fast. And I'm going to add some salt to the water. Now that the water is boiling, I'm going to add the macaroni noodles in. This is 1 pound. And I'm going to cook the macaroni till al dente, so it's al dente, for 7 minutes according to the box. You need to stir the water occasionally so the noodles don't stick to the bottom and they cook right. So the noodles have been cooking for 7 minutes now, so now I'm going to strain them. Now I'm going to let the noodles cool and I'm going to make the sauce. So the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of butter. And then it says to melt it in the saucepan. I'm just going to stir this around a little bit now to get it melted. Now that the butter is melted, I'm going to remove it from heat. And so the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of flour. You scoop it up and you level it off. And then it says to dump it all in at once and stir until smooth. So as you can see, this is a blonde roux, which is equal amounts of flour and butter mixed together to create the base of a gravy. The difference between a blonde and a darker roux is that this one, the blonde, is made with flour and butter and is used to thicken sauces or soups. Okay, so now the recipe calls for 1 cup of milk, and I'm going to add it in slowly so that the roux mix doesn't become all chunky and it's so that it's smooth. The recipe says to add 1 more cup of milk and add it in all at once. I'm going to continue stirring. It says to add salt and pepper, so I'm going to add a dash of salt. A little bit of pepper. Now I'm going to put the pan back on the heat and I'm going to continue to stir until it thickens up. Until the milk thickens up the mixture, because when milk gets heated it thickens up. As you can see, the mixture is thickened up from when we began, and so now I'm going to remove it from heat and I'm going to add 2 cups of cheese. 2 cups of cheese. So there's really no need for me to measure it. And so now I'm going to slowly add the cheese in. Melts more because it's not completely melted all the way yet. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the heat. And I'm going to pour the cheese sauce over the macaroni. So now that I've stirred in all the cheese, I'm going to get a bowl and enjoy.